Hi, and welcome to one of the informational videos from the William N. Media Center on research tools, skills, and resources. In this video clip, I want to introduce you to two new features of databases that you may not be familiar with. One is called Subject Search or Subject Guide Search. The other is called Virtual Folders. Let's start with Subject Guide Search. We're in the InfoTrack Student Edition database. And in the past, we have always done keyword searches. We've learned about our topic a little bit, identified keywords, and started searching. But let's say you have a topic you need to research and you really know nothing about it. And where do you begin? How do you come up with keywords? So one way that you can use the databases is to do a subject search or a subject guide search. So let's click on Subject Guide Search, and you'll notice that the box labeled for putting in keywords now says Subject Guide Search. So when we type words into this box, we are not looking for articles about this topic. We are looking for subjects related to this topic. So you would usually type in a pretty high-level keyword, like just animal rights, and then click Search. And what you're going to get back is a list of subjects, not a list of articles. And these are subjects that are somehow related to animal rights. Let's take a look at this page to see how to interpret this result. Right here we have the link Animal Rights, the subject. So if we look over to the right, we see that we have 464 articles whose subject is animal rights. You could click this link and go right to those 464 articles. Or if you want to learn more about your topic, you can look at subdivisions of the topic or related subjects. Subdivisions are like subtopics. They're more specific aspects of the general subject term, animal rights. If you click subdivisions, you see a list of more specific topics related to animal rights. So could be case studies on animal rights, ethical aspects of animal rights, history of animal rights. And for each of these subtopics, we list how many articles there are on that subtopic. So this is a way to get right down to some specific information and also to learn a little bit about your topic. Let's close that up for a sec and look down at the Related Subjects link. It says, see other subjects related to your search. So this will give us a list of subjects related to animal rights. If I click that, you'll get a list of subject terms. Some of them will be broader terms, so they might be synonyms for animal rights. In this case, we have animal welfare, or on a more general case, ethical problems in general. So this would probably be more than just animal rights. You can also find related terms that might be a little more specific, like animal ethics, animal experimentation, animal law. And again, if you go over to the right, it lists how many articles on those specific subjects we have. And these are all links, so you can then click this link and get a list of the 2 articles that are on the topic animal ethics. So this is also a great way to narrow your results too. Let's go back to this list here. I just want to point out these remaining subject terms listed here. These are subject terms that begin with the same word. So animal rights nonfiction, animal rights activists, animal rights mobilization. Again, they may or may not be related to the term you typed in. So that is the subject search, and every database has some form of a subject search. Let's move on to virtual folders. And for that, I'm going to pop over to the Student Research Center database because I think they do a nice job of implementing virtual folders. Again, we would type in our keywords. So in this case, I'm going to do cyberbullying, and I click Search. When I get back my results, I would use those features we've already learned about, like sort by relevance, select magazine articles if that's what I want, or newspaper articles. And then I might even narrow by subject, and I see cyberbullying as a subject, so I definitely want to click on that because that will get my articles to be more specific on cyberbullying. And when I'm ready to start looking through the article list and choosing articles, that's when we can use virtual folders. Virtual folders is a way to collect up possible good articles and kind of store them away and be able to go back and look at that list of saved articles and then decide if we want to keep them or not. So I might go through this list and maybe I look at a couple of articles and I look at cyberbullying 411 and I decide that I want that article. I can tuck that away in my virtual folder by clicking this add button right over here. And now this article has been added to my virtual folder. I could keep looking and maybe I find another article that was really good called Bullying, a Teen's Tale. Again, I click the add button and I've now added it to my virtual folder. If we scroll to the top, you'll see there is a link for folder right here. And there's sometimes a delay, but soon this icon will change and it will show that I actually have something in my folder. Another way to put an article into a virtual folder is by clicking on the article title. So say you're reading the article and you decide, yep, this is a good one. I want this article. Then you just come up to the top where the print, email, or save buttons are, and you'll see an add to folder button. Click that, and now this article has been added to your virtual folder. And you can see our icon has changed up here now, and it shows that we do in fact have some articles saved in our virtual folder. You could now go on and do a totally different search with different keywords, and the articles you've saved in your virtual folder will remain there, and you can continue to add to it. You can add throughout this session that you're currently using to search the database. But if you come out of this database, those articles go away. So let's say I finished with this database and now I want to look at the articles I've saved. I click the folder icon and that will take me to my virtual folder. And in my virtual folder, I will see a listing of all the articles that I saved to it. Sometimes our network takes a little while to get going here, so we'll give it just a sec. There we go. And now you can see the 3 articles that I had saved to my virtual folder are now here available for me. I can look at them again. I can also perform an action on them, such as print, email, or save. And what's nice about this virtual folder is I can select as many of these as I want. I could select them all if I wanted to, if I decide they're all useful. And then with one click of a button, I can email them all home to me. So I selected 2 articles, so the 2 will be sent home, and I just type in my email address and my subject and click send, and both articles will go home. Same thing for print or save. If you click print, the articles you have selected will all be printed at once. And saved, if you click save, the articles you've selected will all be saved to your hard drive. So this can be a very useful tool. It can help save a lot of time in research because you can search and collect things up and then go back and look at those articles later. So again, these 2 new features are subject search and virtual folders. Using these features will definitely help you improve your research and also spend a little less time on the research as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this and that you make use of these features. Thanks for listening.